In the relentless chase for views, streamers are going further than ever before. They venture into the world's most dangerous corners, camera in hand, hunting for the kind of raw, unfiltered content that goes viral. But the line between entertainment and genuine danger is often blurred on purpose. Take IShowSpeed, one of the biggest streamers on the planet. During a trip to a Brazilian favela, he was suddenly ambushed by a group of men wielding bats. His crew was stopped, surrounded, and for a few tense moments, it looked like a kidnapping was underway. The footage was shocking, but the truth was even more surprising. It was all a prank, orchestrated by fellow adventurer YourFellowArab, who was showing him around.
Relax, tranquilo.
A similar situation unfolded when the members of the Amp House visited Compton. Davis was flaunting his jewelry when two men claiming to be Bloods aggressively pressed him for wearing blue in their territory. As his friends tried to shield him, the fear on his face was real. But once again, it was an elaborate prank, this time set up by his friend Duke Dennis. But not every confrontation is a joke. The game changes when the threat is very real and you're no longer in on it.
Don't do that here.
Nice shit.
I'm like Compton right now, bro. Where you at? I'm like Compton right now.
Can't wear what you want, you wear whatever you want.
I don't touch him though. Like, what's up, nigga? I understand, like, you know, if you checking him and shit, you don't got to touch him.
Sometimes, the first warning shot isn't a weapon, but a few quiet words. Streamer Canel Joseph, known for his man-on-the-street interviews, found this out in San Diego. When he approached a man on the sidewalk, the friendly interaction turned serious. The man told him that in this neighborhood, you don't just pull out a camera and start recording. You have to tap in. You have to show respect. It was a lesson in unspoken rules.
Huh? From what? No, I'm from my mom's Virginia.
Get out here, you in San Diego, you recording, but you gotta tap in, bro.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, if you're not from here, bro, we don't just be letting people like walk around and just be recording. Like, you gotta tap in. Like,
who do I ask for permission?
Like, you can ask me, like, where you from?
For streamer Poseidon, the warning was far more direct. While dining at a restaurant in Hollywood, a man calmly walked up to his table, leaned in, and told him he was a gangster and that he better leave immediately. The chillingly calm delivery left no room for interpretation. These streamers got away with a stern warning. They were lucky, but for others, disrespect or just plain ignorance in the wrong place leads to far more than just harsh
I have a
words.
fan who's interested in selling you a visit board. She said she can meet you now and give you lessons. Okay, what's her number? Hi.
I'm getting about 30 calls about you on my phone, and I'm a gangster. So you better leave here right now before there's trouble with yourself. You understand that? You with the mob over here. You better leave now. Got it?
I apologize.
You better leave now.
A warning is one thing, but when hands start reaching for your gear, the situation enters a new, terrifying phase. Streamer CookSucks was doing an IRL stream in Liverpool, just browse electronic stores. A group of young men on bikes approached him, asking about his stream and his money. It seemed innocent at first, but they started following him. The tone shifted when they pulled on masks and gloves. As he tried to enter another store, they lunged, attempting to rob him. He managed to get away, but it was a jarring reminder of how quickly a situation can escalate.
Me? You wouldn't. It's a Chinese thing. I'm not touching. There's a group of little kids trying to chase me. One of them actually struck at me. Just letting you know. What? There's just some kids out there. Like if they try to come in here.
YourFellowArab faced a similar threat in the floating slums of Nigeria. His local guides warned him about extortion attempts, but deep in the waterways, his group was confronted by several men demanding money. It was only because one of his own crew members stepped up and skillfully de-escalated the heated argument that they were able to leave with their equipment and their safety intact. But what happens when the confrontation isn't about money, but about pure, blatant disrespect? For one streamer, he was about to find out in the most humiliating way possible.
We have about 5 tribes in Makoko. But Makoko, mind you, is dangerous.
Yeah?
Makoko is a dangerous place.
Special force of the police called SAS, the Special Anti-Robbery Squad. They'll beat you up, extort you, and the youth, we had it up to here. They've killed so many people.
Neon is one of the most controversial figures in streaming, known for pushing buttons and creating chaos for clout. But he crossed a serious line when he met up with Crip Mac, a notorious Crip gang member and rapper. In a move of unbelievable stupidity, Neon decided to show up wearing all red, the color of the rival Bloods gang, and even brought a red hat as a gift. The disrespect was immediate and absolute. Crip Mac didn't hesitate. He grabbed Neon and violently tossed him to the ground, a raw and brutal reaction to a blatant sign of disrespect on his own turf. Neon was chased and humiliated, a public lesson in the fact that gang affiliations are not a joke or a costume for content. He was lucky to walk away. When you graduate from street-level encounters to dealing with organized international crime, the stakes become life and death. The grainy, shaky footage.
I'm gonna go up to him and say, suck my, I'm gonna hold my one. Let's go. I got you a hat. You like it? Oh my God. I'm sorry. What the? What the?
Is the stuff of nightmares. Two American photographers, known as Off the Trail, were in Mexico for a bird-watching vacation. Driving down a remote dirt road, they were suddenly cut off by a truck. Men holding military-grade rifles surrounded their vehicle. Their panicked pleas of "please, please, no" were all captured on their camera as they stared down the barrels of cartel weapons. They were able to explain they were just tourists, and the men let them go with a warning. They had stared into the abyss and were mercifully spared.
Please.
No, bro, wait. Hey, no. Sí.
No para nada.
No, bro. Hey.
Okay.
Okay.
Streamer Just Snags, however, invited that danger from the safety of his bedroom. During a stream, he foolishly dissed El Chapo, one of the most feared drug lords in history. After the clip went viral, the reality of his actions set in. He quickly posted a panicked, desperate apology video begging the cartel for forgiveness. The bravado was gone, replaced by the raw fear of a man who realized he had insulted people who don't issue warnings. They stared death in the face, but one streamer pushed his luck so far that he was taken hostage, with a price tag of over $500,000 put on his head.
I'm every Mexican shot. El Chapo.
You know, the real cartel, I would never disrespect. You know, El Chapo, I know how your mans gets. You know, I know how the cartel gets. They're ruthless, you know, all masked up. They would slice me like, you know what I'm saying, some salami at the, you know, like cold cuts, you know what I'm saying? They would turn me to cold cuts. You know, I'm shaking in my voice just imagining how you guys would yoke my little stuff and just like slice me up with and give no, you know what I'm saying?
Your Fellow Arab built his brand on traveling to the world's most dangerous places, but in Haiti, he went too far. After smuggling himself into a country in a state of collapse and run by gangs, he arranged a meeting with a powerful warlord. The meeting was a trap. He was taken against his will, a hostage of the 400 Mawozo gang. While he tried to play it cool on camera, claiming he was an invited guest, the reality was dire. His captors demanded a ransom of $600,000 for his freedom. The story became an international incident. After tense negotiations, and with the help of another warlord, he was eventually released after a massive payment was made. Arab paid a price and survived to tell the tale, a harrowing story of clout chasing gone horribly wrong. But his story is not the end. There is one final, tragic case that serves as the ultimate warning for what happens when online insults meet a final, real-world response.
And I'm invited, they're taking care of me, they've given me a bed, they are feeding me, they are treating me like a wa. A wa is a king in Creole. And I've got bananas, I've got unlimited beer, and here we are eating.
Juan Luis Lagunas Rosales was known to millions as El Pirata de Culiacan. He was a young, charismatic Mexican YouTube star who became famous for his hard partying videos. He was known for his baby face and his seemingly invincible spirit, but his online persona masked a fatal lack of judgment. In one video, fueled by alcohol, he looked into the camera and directly insulted Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, El Mencho, the leader of the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, one of the most violent criminal organizations on earth. The video went viral, and it reached its target audience. Just a few days later, while El Pirata was at a bar with friends, a group of armed men stormed in. They fired more than a dozen rounds, ending his life and his online career forever. He was only 17 years old.
La línea más fuerte de investigación que tienen las autoridades para establecer el móvil del asesinato de José Luis Lagunas, mejor conocido como El Pirata de Culiacán, es este video, donde aparece lanzando consignas en contra del líder del cártel Jalisco Nueva Generación, Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, apodado El Mencho.
The line between a viral clip and a life-altering tragedy is terrifyingly thin. We've seen the journey, from calculated pranks to stern warnings, from extortion attempts to a kidnapping for ransom, and finally to a tragic, irreversible end. As streamers continue to push boundaries for our entertainment, they risk learning the hardest lesson of all. In the real world, there are no second chances, no do-overs, and some people don't play games. The question we have to ask is any amount of clout worth the ultimate price?